Field at Sage Park for your Berlin Redcoats, ready to take on the Bristol Eastern Lancers. Now the Redcoats are back at home for the second time. They had their home opener dropping 50 points, played against Bloomfield at their place, and ended up winning 38-20, a phenomenal offensive game thus far for the Berlin Redcoats. How will it hold up in this third game? They're 2-0, led by new coaches, John Capodice especially, or as the players call him, Coach Cap, has been a big impact thus far in the season. Bristol Eastern has not had the greatest start. They're 0-2, but the hunger and the fight to get their first win of the season coming into Scalise Field at the Redcoats place might put a little bit of fight into them. We'll find out later on BHS TV. Here at Scalise Field at Sage Park, I'm your commentator, Cole Pike. I'll be back with you shortly.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Scalise Field here at Sage Park in Berlin, Connecticut, home of your Berlin Redcoats. Tonight, the Redcoats lay host to the Lancers of Bristol Eastern. In this, your Friday night CIAC matchup. As a member of the Central Connecticut Conference, we adhere to all conference guidelines. We expect fans and participants at tonight's contest to display sportsmanship. A no-tolerance policy is in effect for any fan who berates players, coaches, or officials. Anyone who violates this policy will be asked to leave the premises immediately. We expect everyone to recognize this contest as an educational setting and to behave accordingly. And now, the starting offense for your Bristol Eastern Lancers. Number 1, Noah Albert. Number 2, Bryce Bacotti. Number 4, Trevin Guardarama. Number 10, Aiden Davies. Number 11, Jacob Kingsley. Number 21, Lincoln Beshaw. Number 50, Casper Badzak. Number 52, Marcus Breglia. Number 54, Jonathan Sibley. Number 72, Christian Baveri. And number 75, Caden Goodman, your Bristol Eastern Lancers. And now, your Berlin High School Redcoats. Number 2, Brandon Sadowski. Number 5, Armand Rio. Number 7, Nick Malicki. Number 10, Ryan Lavender. Number 18, Eli Rice. Number 21, Camden Lavoy. Number 22, Tommy Mata. Number 56, Brendan Kelly. Number 58, Will Bolicki. Number 70, Aiden Arzilli. And number 79, Lex Ding, your starting defense of the Berlin Redcoats. If everyone would please stand up, remove your hats, and face the northwest corner of the stadium. Our national anthem is going to be sung by Miss Edie Guarino.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight.
Tonight's officials for tonight's game are referee Matt Williams, the umpire Kelvin Knox, linesman Dan Monroe, line judge Jeffrey Doskus, back judge Jesse St. John, and up here on the clock in the booth with me is Mr. Rafael Psycho Damion. Our chain gang tonight is Scott Melville, Mark Hanna, Sam Rice, and El Capitan, Tom Undercoupler. Berlin wins the toss. They choose to defer. Bristol Eastern will receive.
Hey, let's go, D!
Good luck, gentlemen. Number 18, Eli Rice will be kicking off for the Redcoats. Back to receive for Bristol Eastern's number 1. Noah Albert.
The Redcoats ready to kick off. Eli Rice is on the kickoff. Let's get it going here at Scalise Field at Sage Park. Noah Albert, the man to return, and he cuts up the left sideline and is brought out of bounds. And Bristol Eastern offense will come out on the field. Trevin Guadarrama is indeed going to be the guy to pull all the strings today. The senior, 5'9", 150 pounds, the quarterback and outside linebacker. But standing in his way is a ferocious Redcoats defense led by Captain Sean Granger and Will Balicki. A secondary with Brandon Sadowski. Also Carmine Rio, Tommy Mata, and Noah Foster. Guadarrama takes a snap, hands it off, and he cuts up the field. And there he goes, brought down enough for a first down near the 45-yard line. That is number 21, Lincoln Bashaw, with the run that put Bristol Eastern with an immediate first down out of the gates. This offense is going to come on here with a bunch of ferocious fight in them after being 0-2 in their last 2 games. In the slot is Clavet. Handed off to Bashaw again, and Bashaw is met immediately. Looked like Ryan Lavender ended up getting right on Bashaw as soon as he got that football. And a big D line for the Berlin Redcoats. You see Aiden Arcilla with Granger, Lex Ding, and Will Balicki, which, if you ask me, is going to be a ferocious D-line. Linebackers Braden Kelly and Ryan Lavender. Guadarrama hands it off Bashaw. Bashaw makes a couple men miss, but is brought down in the backfield immediately. The Redcoats defense with another stuff on the run. And you got to imagine that Bristol Eastern is thinking of a pass here. The student section today rocking highlight for the second home opener, or second home game, excuse me. Jacob Kingsley, the junior, being guarded by Carmine Rio. Here is Guadarrama looking to throw to Kingsley, who's got it, but not going to be enough for a first down.
Jacob Kingsley.
Carmine Rio with the tackle. And the punt team coming out for Bristol Eastern to give this Redcoat offense the ball for the first time today. The Redcoat offense has been dominant, led by quarterback Cody Puzio. Carmine Rio making some noise on the offense, as well as Eli Rice. Jacob Kingsley, the man who just caught the pass, is coming out here to punt. High snap, a high punt lifted for Rio, who will field it, cut to the outside. Carmine Rio gets a block, going down that left sideline, cuts inside, still going. Carmine Rio brought down on the outside by the punter, Kingsley. Carmine Rio with a return that puts the Redcoat offense near Bristol Eastern territory. A phenomenal return by Carmine Rio, and now Cody Puzio takes the field. How will he facilitate this drive to put the Redcoats 6 points up through the first quarter? Lavender in the backfield, Carmine Rio out to the left side. Handed off to Lavender, cuts up the middle. Or that's Eli Rice, rather. And Eli Rice down that right sideline and is brought down by Kingsley on the right sideline. Eli Rice with a big play to start off for this Redcoat offense. Eli Rice had a kick return for a touchdown to a big kick return to open the first game. Not a touchdown, excuse me, but a very good return. So after a good run by Eli Rice, which put him near that red zone, Ryan Lavender, the man in the backfield, Sadowski, is in the slot, now motioned. Puzio fakes, looking around. Puzio flings it, fires. Lavender, who's brought down immediately. But Lavender down about at the 20-yard line. So with this improved Redcoat offense, how can Cody Puzio find his playmakers and get his athletes in space? Himself, he is also an athlete, one of the more mobile quarterbacks probably in the state of Connecticut. And his run game is really what separates him from more quarterbacks. The give to Eli Rice, and Rice is brought down about short of the first down. This will bring up third down. Eli Rice looking to get active pretty early in this game. Some new faces on the offense also. Junior Cam Lavoie is a part of that tight end group. Rio out on the left side. Lavender in the backfield. Sadowski and Rice are to the right, and Puzio going to keep it up the middle. Puzio is going to have more than enough for a Redcoats first down inside the 10. Cody Puzio. And that's what we were talking about, the run game by Cody Puzio, which separates him from multiple quarterbacks, like I said. How can that be used in today's game plan to put the Redcoats above Bristol Eastern here early in this football game? Lavender, the man in the backfield. Rio lined up on the left side. Puzio motions Rice. The give to Sadowski. Sadowski. Is he in? Gonna be at the 1 yard line, just short of the touchdown. Or maybe he marked him at the 2. Marked down at the 2 yard line, 2nd and goal coming up for the Berlin Redcoats. Now Bristol Eastern's goal line defense will be put to the test right now here early. About 5.5 minutes into the game now. Puzio motions Sadowski. The give. Sadowski is in for a Redcoat touchdown. First possession, first touchdown. The sophomore, Brandon Sadowski, who puts the Redcoats up 6. Here early, 6:24 left to go in the first quarter. And now new kicker Colin Sullivan stepping in for Jake Solner, who was the kicker last year, was a senior and had to graduate. Foster hold it down, the kick is up and the kick is through. 7 up, Redcoats through 1 possession. Eli Rice going to kick this one off for the 2nd time in this game. The kick is high into that left sideline and going to bounce on that left sideline. A flag is going to be thrown. Cannot kick it out of bounds here in high school football. Can't really kick it out of bounds in any sort of football. That will be a flag. You tend to see kickers keep it in the middle of the field usually. And that's why, folks. A little flag will be thrown.
Ball gets spotted on the 35-yard line. The Lancers will be 1st and 10 for Bristol Eastern.
So the secondary has not really been tested of Rice, Mata, Sadowski, and Carmine Rio. Linebackers are Balicki, Granger, and Lavender. Hand off to the running back. That's going to be Bashaw, excuse me. A short run met immediately by a sea of Redcoats.
No gain on the play. Will be 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 coming up for Bristol Eastern, who have seemed to be run heavy pretty early in the early ongoings of this game. Quadrana looks around, fires to the sideline, and Kingsley tries to make an athletic play on that right sideline. Couldn't quite reel it in. This will bring up 3rd down and 10 for the Bristol Eastern Lancers. Redcoats defense has seemed to be pretty tough here early. Coach Cap has said that he wants to get the kids back playing football again. Getting them in the weight room is essential if they want to be a strong defensive sound team. Guadarrama looks to pass. Looking around. Pressure coming from Granger. And Granger brings him down. And the ball seemed to come out. Sean Granger with pressure immediately on Guadarrama. Senior captain, was a key piece to the defense last year, Sean Granger. And the punt team will come out for Bristol Eastern for the second time in this first quarter. Shut down by a dominant Redcoat defense here early. And the punt by Kingsley is high. Rio will let it bounce and field it again. Had a good return last time. Cuts to the outside. Carmine Rio's got way more blockers this time. One man to beat. Rio breaks the tackle. There he goes, and he's brought down inside the 5. Carmine Rio, a lethal weapon on the special teams, getting them inside the red zone, inside the 5 rather, and it'll be first and goal, Redcoats.
That's a 75-yard
75 yards by Carmine Rio. Breaking the tackle from Kingsley, the punter, all the way down inside the 5. Or maybe mark him at the 6. Wouldn't be surprised if they go back to Carmine Rio. Just ran for 75 yards on this punt return for a touchdown. Trying to get there, and Balicki will run it in for a Redcoat touchdown. Nick Balicki, the sophomore, with varsity reps as a freshman a year prior, has got his touchdown, and the Redcoats up 13. Sullivan, the hold by Foster, and the kick is good, and Sullivan is 2 for 2 on the day. .430 left to go in this first quarter. Rice to kick it off from the 40. High going to be fielded by Noah Albert. Noah Albert cuts to the middle. Noah Albert, he's through. Albert brought down inside the 40. And this ferocious Redcoat defense going to come back on the field. Have had a great first 2 sessions in today's game. Only allowing 1 first down, and that was the run by Bashaw, who's been seen to get more of the action for Bristol Eastern tonight.
Ball spotted on the Lancers' 43-yard line. It'll be first and 10 for Bristol Eastern.
Guadarrama. Play fake to Bashaw. Guadarrama fires to the sideline and off the hands of Hayden Taichi. Tichy was on the sideline, looked like he had a good look at it, but just fell out of his hands. And you could be expecting a lot of play fakes because Bashaw's gotten a ton of the action early. So the Redcoats might bait on Lincoln Bashaw as they might expect a run early. Kingsley lined up in the slot and the give to Bashaw. Bashaw is met immediately. Looked like to be no gain, maybe a yard, as the Redcoats meet him immediately. And they seem to read the run pretty well after that first run. After that first run, not many big plays have happened. Not big plays at all, rather. As Bristol Eastern has to, I think, settle down, get back to what was that first play. What made that first play different than what's going on right now? That's what you have to look at. Just caught the Redcoats off guard, maybe. Guadarrama looks, fires, caught by Kingsley, and is met immediately by Nick Balicki. And two jawing at each other, and there's a flag thrown on sportsmanlike conduct on Nick Balicki, jawing at Jacob Kingsley. I really just think that's competitiveness right there, to be honest. I think the competitiveness in a lot of these guys, just allow them to talk. Maybe some words that shouldn't have been said were indeed said. But other than that, just let the guys talk. Competitive nature. And now in place of Balicki is number 6, Jador Dixon. Linebackers are Kelly, Lavender, and Dixon. Guadarrama looks to throw, and he's got Noah Albert. Noah Albert met by a sea of Redcoats, and a short gain for Bristol Eastern. Guadarrama seems to be passing way up more now at this point. They seem to find a little bit more success passing the football. And a gain of 3, which will bring up 2nd and 7 for the Lancers. Bashaw in the backfield. Albert lined up on the right side. Taichi in the slot with Jacob Kingsley on the left side. There's the give to Bashaw, putting his head down, breaking tackles, but he's met again by another Red Sea, which will bring up 3rd down for the Lancers. Lincoln Bashaw under 2 to go here in the first quarter. Kingsley, Taichi, and Albert all in. Bashaw in the backfield. Guadarrama looks to throw, fires. Taichi on that right sideline, just missed him. Too high. And it'll bring up 4th down for the Lancers. And what do you do here? Do you punt it or do you go for it? Carmine Rio has been a lethal weapon thus far in this game on special teams. A 75-yard return and a really solid return to start off the game to put him around at the 50-yard line. And they will go for it, the offense staying out there. Albert, Taichi, and Kingsley all on the right side. Guadarrama looking that way. Pressure coming from Granger, and he's brought down. Granger, Balicki, and seemed to be Braden Kelly were all in there on Guadarrama, and now the Redcoats offense coming back on the field. looking to put up another 7 points on the board to end this first quarter. 1:21 to go. And the Redcoats at the 50-yard line. Cody Puzio back out there on the field. Now, one thing I do want to bring up is a thing that might not get a lot of credit from a lot of commentary, but this O-line has seemed to give Puzio a lot of time thus far whenever he's passing. Handoff, Lavender breaking tackle, spinning out of it. Lavender still bulldozing his way. Going to be short of the first down, probably at about the 42 or 43-yard line. Ryan Lavender seemed to be getting early action in this game thus far. Seemed to be establishing the run game pretty early. Sadowski lined up in the slot. Rice on the slot as well. Puzio looking to throw. Looking, winds up. He's going deep. And it is just out of his hands. That would have been a big play for the Redcoats. Number 14, Sawyer Eberhard, was right there. Had the ball in his hands, and a great defensive play by the secondary of the Lancers. Puzio trying to show off that arm early. Under a minute to go, 40 seconds left in this first quarter. Rio lined up on the left side, Sadowski in the slot, Rice in the slot as well, and Eberhard on that far right side, as you see on your screen at the top. Puzio going to keep it. Puzio to the outside, getting some blocks, putting his head down, and he's inside the 35, down near the 30. Redcoats moving those chains with another big first down, and a fresh set of downs coming up for the Berlin Redcoats. Maybe a time to get one more playoff for the Berlin Redcoats. You could imagine they might try something, or maybe just let this clock run out, under 10 to go. And they do run a play. Puzio winding up. Rio, and it is caught! Touchdown, Redcoats! Cody Puzio. A dime right to Carmine Rio on that left side. 20-zip Berlin. Beautiful throw and a beautiful catch over the shoulder. Carmine Rio with his first catch on the day, I believe, and it is for a big touchdown. And Sullivan looking to go 3 for 3. He's been perfect thus far. Sullivan, and it is a good 3 for 3 on the day for Colin Sullivan. That is the end of the first quarter. 21-zip Redcoats when we come back. Eli Rice getting ready to kick this ball off to start the second quarter. 12 minutes are on the clock. Bristol Eastern looking to make a comeback. And a squib kick. And just going to be fielded by Bristol Eastern safely. That was number 18, Matthew Otani. And this ferocious Redcoats defense coming back out on the field. had 1 3-and-out, a penalty on 3rd down, which put Bristol Eastern a little bit ahead, but they got that right back. And a run by Bashaw. That has been really the only highlight of the day for the Bristol Eastern offense here, as they're trying to get something going. Bashaw in the backfield. Guadarrama looking to throw here probably. Guadarrama fires to the sideline and immediately met, and a flag is thrown down in the backfield. And we'll check the call. And it's going to be holding on the offense.
Holding against Bristol Eastern.
And that will push them a little bit back. And Bristol Eastern has not done the best thus far with the offensive side of the football, but still a ton of football left to be played. And I've seen crazy comebacks, believe me, 28-3 in the Super Bowl. Tom Brady pulling off that 25-point comeback. Guadarrama looking to throw, and it's picked off. Nick Balicki takes it right into Bristol Eastern's end zone. Touchdown, Redcoats. They're up 27-0 early in the second quarter. Nick Balicki with a rushing touchdown and a pick 6 here in the second quarter, as the Redcoats are now up 27-0. Sullivan looking to go 4 for 4, and it is right down the middle. 4 for 4 on the day is Colin Sullivan, the new kicker. About 21 seconds in, the Redcoats get a pick 6, and Eli Rice looking to kick this one off. Redcoats are up 4 touchdowns. Rice to kick it off, and a low kick again being fielded by Noah Albert, and gets away. Albert down the sideline, and he's tripped up inside the 30. So the Redcoat defense coming back out on the field after a great, beautiful start to the second quarter. Nick Balicki, the man to get that pick 6 and receive it right into that Bristol Eastern end zone.
On the spot on the Lancer 28-yard line will be 1st and 10 for Bristol Eastern.
Guadarrama hands it off to Bashaw. And Bashaw's met again, but a solid gain, probably of about 4. Which will bring up around probably 2nd and 6. Aiden Arcilla was the man to make the tackle there. Guadarrama hands it off. Bashaw again looking for a hole. Can he find it? And is met immediately by the Red Sea here on the defense, who have been outstanding thus far. Bashaw's been getting a lot of early action in this game. Guadarrama Got to shake off that interception. That's a tough thing about being a quarterback. If you throw an interception, got to shake it off. You just threw an interception in front of a lot of fans here at Scalise Field at Sage Park. How do you shake it off? That's where it separates good quarterbacks from great quarterbacks. Guadarrama looking to throw, fires, and it is incomplete, intended for Noah Albert. And fourth down brought up again for Bristol Eastern. And how will they approach this? And it looks like this offense is staying out on the field. And yes, they will go for it in their own territory at the 34-yard line. Guadarrama looking to throw, pump fake, looking around, can't find anybody, and he's brought down by Braden Kelly, the sophomore, number 56, making plays here early, and the Redcoat offense back out on the field, hoping to put up 7 more on that scoreboard. Cody Puzio on the offense back out on the field. Looks like Nick Balicki will be in the backfield. Carmine Real lined up on that left side. See Tommy Moda lined up there. He gets the carry. Tommy Moda down that left sideline. Moda tripped out of bounds. It looks like inside the 10-yard line. Tommy Moda. And they will mark him down at about the 10-yard line exactly. And it will be first and goal for the Redcoats. Puzio gives it to Mata again. Mata in for a touchdown. Redcoats 34 points on the scoreboard as Berlin is dominant in this first half. That's another touchdown, and it's been the run game, which has been one of the best parts of the offense this game for your Redcoats, as Colin Sullivan will line up to take this extra point. He's 4 for 4 on the day. He was 4 for 4 in the home opener. 5 for 5 right down the middle again. Colin Sullivan. And the Redcoats lead 35-0. Eli Rice ready to kick this one away. 9:01 left to go in the second quarter. Still time, a lot of time actually, for Bristol Eastern to do something. A low kick fielded by Noah Albert on that right side. Albert putting his head down, and he's met by Braden Kelly, who made the 4th down stop on the last drive. Gets a big hit early on the kickoff. Guadarrama back out on this field. How will the Redcoats defense approach this? And how will the Bristol Eastern offense approach this as well?
Daisy Correa, please go to the ticket booth on the home side entrance.
Under 9 to go.
Daisy Correa.
Guadarrama hands it off. Bashaw pushing forward.
Everybody that 50,
And it looks like he will be a gain of about 6 yards.
Once again, 2 tickets for $1, 15 tickets for $5. The drawing is 8.5 minutes. Get your tickets.
Guadarrama hands it off. That's Bashaw again. Bashaw, does he have enough? It'll be a Bristol Eastern first down as Bashaw gets his second first down run of the game.
First down.
Guadarrama looking to put together a drive that can put Bristol Eastern on the board, which is what you need first before you even think about getting 35. You just need to get on the board. That's all it is. Hand it off to Bashaw again, and Bashaw, and looks like the Redcoats are pointing in their direction. Looks like Bashaw maybe fumbled at the end, but they did mark him down, I believe. Redcoats are pointing in their direction, saying that they had it, which they did. But was he down? As that's what the refs are discussing. And second down being brought up for Bristol Eastern.
Pick up a 3 yards and bring up 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 coming up here for the Lancers. Taichi lined up on that far left side. Guadarrama with the toss to Bashaw. Bashaw is brought down by multiple Redcoats on that right sideline at the top of your screen, which will bring up 3rd down and 5.
Pick up a couple yards and bring up 3rd and 4 for the Lancers.
The Lancers have 3rd down and 4. Looking to try to make a statement, get another first down, trying to string together a drive. We're under 6.5 to go in this half. Hand it off. Bashaw again. He's tripped up immediately in the backfield, which will bring up 4th down for the Lancers. And now, how will they approach this is the question, as they might indeed go for it, which I think they will. The offense is staying out on the field. After those 2 big punt returns by Carmine Rio, seems like Bristol Eastern has been getting away from the punt game. And also, you're down 5 possessions, so you might want to go for it on this 4th down and try to get that first down. Maybe go into the half, maybe with a touchdown or 2 possibly, depending on how this drive finishes out. But this ferocious Redcoats defense will not let that happen. Been on every run pretty much, except for one early in the game, which was the first play, which caught the Redcoats off guard just a little bit. So we'll see what happens here on this 4th down and 4. Timeout being used by Bristol Eastern to discuss how will they get this 12 feet that stands in front of them.
Graduate of Berlin High School and former member of the Berlin High School Color Guard, was recently diagnosed with stomach cancer. She is currently recovering in New York Hospital after having surgery to remove her stomach. The Chase family has deep roots here in the community. Her father, Eric, is a retired Southington firefighter. Her mother, Marissa, has worked in the Berlin public schools for 12 years. Her sister, Jackie, graduated in 2023 and her brother Connor is a senior on our football team, number 50. Please consider giving what you can to help support the Chase family during this difficult time and showing your Berlin pride by supporting one of your own.
Back out on the field is the Redcoats defense.
Thank you so much.
On that front line,
Make sure you see me up here with that helmet.
seems to be Bulicki, Ryder Dowling, and Aiden Arcilla and Jador Dixon on the pass rush. Pressure coming by Dixon, and Dixon brings him down on 4th down. Jador Dixon.
Backfield by number 6, Jador Dixon.
And the Redcoats offense will take this field again, looking to put up 7 more, under 5 to go.
Turnover on down the goal spot around the 40-yard line of the Lancers. It'll bring up 1st and 10 for the Redcoats.
Redcoats up 5 scores. Offense has been dominant early, with a combined total, I believe, of 90 points through their first 2 games. And if that's true, they have put up 125 beautiful points in their first 3 games, which is definitely an improvement from last year. Here's the sweep to Rice. On the jet sweep is Eli Rice, down at about the 30, being shoved back.
Number 18, Eli.
But
Initial contact.
that will be a Redcoat first down.
Aiden Davey. But that's not enough for a Redcoat. First down.
Ball will be at the 30. Hand it off Lavender. Lavender bouncing off tacklers, down at about, looks like the 25-yard line, nearing that red zone. But it seems like they're going to be marking him at about the 27. Looked like he got a little bit further, but I believe his knee was down. Just a bit short of where I marked him. But what do I know? I'm not on field. I'm up here in the beautiful stands with the gorgeous view of Scalise Field at Sage Park. Handed off Bulicki. Nick Bulicki. A flag is thrown in the backfield. And it'll be holding on the offense. And the Redcoats will be pushed back just a bit. Now Puzio, after a big passing touchdown to Carmine Rio, has not passed that much. It's been a lot of jet sweeps to Tommy Mata, who scored the last touchdown. And you just saw Eli Rice get the jet sweep. Maybe looking to pass here as Sawyer Eberhard back in the game. And Cam Lavoie, the tight end, is out. So you might be thinking, might be a pass here. Just look at the way they're lined up. Probably going to be a pass here. With 3 receivers lined up on the right side in Rio, Rice, and Sadowski. Puzio steps up. Puzio breaks away from the sack. Still on his feet, pushing forward. Puzio with a solid run for the Redcoats to put him back where they were just about a play ago. And a man down on the field. Looks to be number 72 for Bristol Eastern, Christian Boveri. And you don't want to see injuries on a football field. Whether you like the team or not, injuries always suck to see. Redcoat offense back out on the field. Under 2 to go in the second quarter. Balicki lined up next to Puzio. Puzio rolling out to the left, looking around. Who can he find? And it's picked off.
That's an interception.
Intercepted by Noah Albert on the Bristol Eastern defense, and the first blunder of the day for Cody Puzio, and he's
Albert Noah on the
going to try to shake that off. Wouldn't worry about it too much, though. The work that they put in prior has put him in position where that pick really doesn't matter. But you got to imagine that he's not happy with that, especially with the kind of player that he is, especially with the expectations he has on his first year as the starting varsity quarterback last year. Got to have more expectations this year, you got to imagine. And the Bristol Eastern offense ready to take this field again. Kingsley lined up on the left side. You see Taichi lined up on the far left side as Kingsley's in the slot with Noah Albert on that right side, and the give to the fullback for Bristol Eastern. And he is brought down immediately, as it seemed. Maybe burrowed a little bit. That is going to be number 10, Aiden Davis, the junior, 5'11", 210 pounds. Trying to bulldoze them a little bit. We're nearing that 1 minute mark in the half. And we will be at the 1 minute mark after this play. Under a minute to go. Guadarrama with Taichi and Kingsley on that left side. Going to hand it off to Bashaw, who's been getting a lot of the work early, and Bashaw pushing inside the 30 still. Looks like to be a first down for the Lancers.
Once again, and that's enough for Lancer. First down.
Clock still running. Maybe a time for a few more plays. If they want to put any points up on the scoreboard, maybe try to drive down there, get some timeouts, but we are under 25 to go. Guadarrama takes a snap, looking, rolling out to his right. Can he find anybody? He's going to get hit hard by Will Balicki, I believe. And that will take us into halftime. The Redcoats up 35-0. A beautiful half. I'm your commentator, Cole Pike. I'll be back with you in 15 minutes to commentate the second half.
Don't forget to hit that concession stand. Get yourself something to eat, drink, and be merry. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a ticket for the 50-50 raffle. It's an orange ticket. Get your orange tickets out. The number is 130786. 130786. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome onto the field the Berlin High School Redcoat Marching Band, led by drum majors Cal Constantine and Maggie Yance. Oh, but you know it's a good night when the Berlin High School Band is joined by our 6th, 7th, and 8th grade band students from McGee Middle School. Together, they will perform from now on from The Greatest Showman, your Berlin High School Redcoat Marching Band, and the Berlin McGee Middle School Band. uniform from McGinn's Middle School.
Winnie! Yeah, Winnie! I love you, Winnie!
Ladies and gents, once again, we have that orange ticket for the 50-50
Winnie, you're my best
1, 3,
friend!
0, 7, 8, 6. Come up to the booth. And now, the Berlin High School Redcoats Marching Band will perform 3 songs from their 2025 Beatlemania show. Eleanor Rigby, a mashup of Blackbird and Yesterday, featuring Maggie Yance on the trumpet, and their final number, a blend of Sgt. Pepper and The End by the Beatles. gentlemen, your Berlin High School Redcoats Marching Band.
Winnie! Winnie behind.
If I have your attention, please, there are 3 cars that are blocking cars. They need to be moved immediately. 3 cars, a silver Toyota Highlander, license plate 4671, Connecticut plate. Silver Toyota Highlander, Connecticut plate 4671. Second car, a black Kia Carnival,
Winnie!
Connecticut plate 9901.
Winnie!
Black Kia Carnival,
I'm
Connecticut plate
recording now.
9901. And last, a blue Honda CRV, Connecticut license plate AX40392. Blue Honda CRV AX40392. Please move these 3 cars immediately, or they will be towed.
I gotta say bye to her.
Ladies and gentlemen, they're still passing around that helmet, taking donations for the Chase family. Please be generous and donate to a wonderful cause.
Not my call, man. Huh? Not my call. You got a white shirt on.
And here come your Redcoats.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Scalise Field at Sage Park. Ready to kick off this second half. Bristol Eastern, for the first time today, will kick the ball off. Jacob Kingsley, the man to kick this one off to start off this beautiful second half on a gorgeous night here at Scalise Field at Sage Park. Friday night lights, nothing really beats it here in the town of Berlin. And kick to the left side will be bounced and fielded by Eli Rice. Eli Rice cuts to the outside, cuts in the middle. Eli Rice gets to around to the 40-yard line, maybe a yard short. And so the Redcoat offense coming back out on the field. They were 5 for 6 in drives, led by 4 rushing touchdowns and 1 passing touchdown, which was a beautiful ball to Carmine Rio, but the run game has been really dominant with rotations in there by Mata, Rice on the jet sweeps. Balicki and Lavender have all been playing amazing thus far with some beautiful runs attached to it. And Sadowski, and speaking of Sadowski, he gets the man in motion. He's going up the field inside the 50, down at about the 45, maybe a little bit inside the 45, in fact. Brandon Sadowski, the sophomore, making plays here early in this second half. And so you got to imagine that the Redcoats are either going to be looking to pour it on a little bit more or just try to get time of possession, down 5 possessions, waste a little bit of clock. Maybe a lot of run game you might be seeing here in this second half. Rice, the man in motion, he will get it, and Rice cuts up. Rice inside that 35-yard line, maybe down at the 35-yard line. And the Berlin Redcoats have ran it probably about 75 to 25 on the passing and run scale. Most likely another run you might be seeing here. Maybe Puzio rolls out the pocket on that left side. Man in motion, Sadowski. Sadowski will get it. Sadowski cuts up the field. Sadowski brought down from behind at about the 20-yard line, and they're nearing that red zone. Moving the chains with another first down for Berlin.
Number 2, Brandon Sadowski. Enough for another Redcoat. First down.
Lavender in the backfield. You see Rice, Rio, and Sadowski. And Rice motions into the slot. Now motions back into the backfield and gets the call. And Rice cuts it back up the field inside that 15-yard line, nearing that 10. Little shimmy right there to get inside that 15-yard line. The Redcoats will. The Redcoats will get this ball at about the 14-yard line. And a flag is thrown and a false start on the offense. That'll push him back a little bit as Berlin is looking to pour on their 6th touchdown of the game. But like I said, time of possession might be in play here. They've had the ball for nearly 4 minutes. And he might reach that 4-minute mark after this play. So they're going to try to wind down clock a little bit. Not give Bristol Eastern a chance, rather, to get back up 5 possessions, which is a lot in football. Not even 5 possessions, 5 touchdowns, rather. And the give to Eli Rice cuts up the middle, has blockers. Rice with a touchdown, Redcoats. Eli Rice on the jet sweep again. And 6 more for Berlin. Colin Sullivan, who's 5 for 5 on the day, looks to go 6 for 6. Sullivan lines it up and good again. 6 for 6 on extra points today. (42-0) as the Redcoats are utterly dominant in this entire game. Just everything has been on point, from the passing to the rushing to the defense. A pick 6 even. Beautiful by Berlin thus far, but still a lot of football left to be played. Do not count Bristol Eastern out. A lot of crazy comebacks can happen in a span of 19 minutes of game time. Rather 18:30 now. 18:30 total minutes left of game time, and Rice, squib kick again. That bounces high and will be fielded by Albert, and Albert making a man miss. Albert cuts up, spins inside the 30.
Number 1, Albert Noah on the return. Brought down by numbers 22.
Noah Albert tried to make special teams plays as much as he could today, but it seems like every play, Bristol Eastern is just being met by the Redcoats defense. No fault on the offense, but it's just better defense, to be honest.
Timeout on the field. Ball liberal.
So you do see some new faces coming in on the defense. You see no captains out on that field in Balicki and Granger, I believe.
Gentleman with the helmet looking for donations for a good cause. It's a sad cause, but it's a
So
good
one
cause.
thing that you probably do notice, a lot of pressure being brought on by the Redcoats, especially off that run game. They have been meeting him every single time, apart from that first run, which kind of probably set up the Redcoats for this situation. A lot of new faces in the defense. And you could probably expect them to start making subs. And would not really be surprised, to be honest, with how this game has gone. I think it's probably time that you put in some new guys. You got Logan Karuba, Noah Foster, and Jack Heaps. Handed off, and he is brought down by number 51. I believe that was Jack Long.
21 on the carry. Batshaw Lincoln. Brought down by number 31, Jackson Behan.
The Redcoat defense has been solid today, and you see also number 81, Connor Anderson, number 8, Anthony Frailer as well as Jackson Bakong in at the linebacker position. And a handoff to Bashaw, no, and it was a keeper. And he is Kingsley all the way down to the 5. I thought Bashaw had it for a second, but it seemed like Kingsley had it. And the first huge play for Bristol Eastern, and these new guys coming in, it's got to be better, probably, you would expect. But, again, with the work they've done prior, how much does that really mean to the actual game? But you got to imagine that the coaches are definitely taking this 100%. If you know any good coach, they are probably taking it 100% for the absolute full game, no matter who's in, no matter what the score is, no matter who they're playing. And that's just how football works, ladies and gentlemen. And a handoff to Bashaw, and Bashaw is in for the touchdown. And Bristol Eastern gets on the board late here in the third. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, a running clock is going to be brought on due to the large deficit. If it's a large enough deficit, there will be a running clock for extra points. There will be a running clock for out of bounds. There will be a running clock for multiple scenarios. Found that out last year during one of the last home games of the season. Kingsley, who had the big play on the jet sweep, I believe, and Kingsley puts it low and wide to the right. And to me, it looked like it went right. And so a little miscommunication on the scoreboard there, a little technical difficulties, but that, in fact, did miss wide to the right. They put 7 on the board. It kind of confused me for a little bit because it did look like he missed it wide right and low. And some fans agreed with me. A lot of people were confused. Now Bristol Eastern ready to kick this one off for the second time this game, apart from halftime earlier. Back to receive is still Rio and Rice. Kingsley kicks it to the left side, and Lavender is going to let that one bounce out of bounds. And yes, a flag is thrown. That's the second kick out of bounds today, combined with both sides. And now we'll see if there's any changes to the offense, and it looks like there will be a full offensive change as Chase Hrubiak is going to be in at quarterback after a solid, or rather great performance by Cody Puzio. Under a minute 20 to go. With the deficit, there is a running clock for any of our new joiners. A running clock will be implemented as the score is 42-6, a large enough deficit for kickoffs, timeouts, besides timeouts actually, because timeouts stop the clock in pretty much every scenario. But a lot of changes to the offense. You see Noah Foster, Jador Dixon, number 3, Carter Lavoie even. And a handoff to Foster. And Foster.
That's number 22, Tommy Mott, carry. Pick up of 7 yards and bring up 2nd and 3.
Or that was number 22, Tommy Mata, excuse me. It looked like Foster. It looked like a 25, but it was a 22. Coming to the end of the third quarter. A quarter to go. And they might let her run out. And folks, maybe if the Redcoats get close enough, you could see number 23, Basil Ali, maybe get a touchdown. Would love to see that. I'm sure a lot of the fans would love to see that. A fan favorite on the Redcoats team. And the end of the third quarter, 42-6. A 36-point game. As the Redcoats are just pouring it on today. And 12 minutes left of football to go. Bristol Eastern's defense will take the field as we get ready to go back in action, and the running clock for any of our new joiners will be implemented after this fourth quarter because of the 36-point deficit. In high school football, if it's a large enough deficit, there will be a running clock. Besides timeouts, timeouts do indeed stop the clock. As you have seen changes to the Berlin Redcoats offense, Ty Puzio, brother of starting quarterback Cody Puzio, is lined up on that far right side. Hrubiak is the quarterback in the give to Foster, and Foster gets inside the 50, but a flag is thrown.
There's a flag on the play. The flag is being waved off.
And the flag will be picked up.
First down.
And a first down for the Redcoats as Noah Foster, he gets the carry, and he takes that for a Redcoat first down. And so you would think that the students might try to leave this game and get out of here early, but seems like with the Redcoats here, they are sticking around. Love to see that from the student section. I'm a student myself, and I'm tardy every day. Hrubiak hands it off to Carter Lavoie. And Carter Lavoie.
That's number 3, Carter Lavoie on the carry. Picked up a couple of yards. Brought down by number 50, Casper Bedford.
I believe that is Carter Lavoie.
Probably destroyed that name. Sorry, Casper.
Hrubiak under center. Hands it off. That is Noah Foster. And Foster.
That's number 25, Noah Foster on the carry.
At the 40.
Pick up a
Gonna bring up third down for the Redcoats. We're already under 10 minutes, and this game is flying by, unfortunately. If anybody wants to watch some football, this game is flying by because of the running clock for any of my new joiners. 36-point deficit does implement a running clock. Also see number 6, Jordan Dixon. And there, and Anthony Dresko in as well, and the give to Dresko, and Dresko is brought down.
That's number 20 on the carry, Eli Rice. Shush. Oh, that's enough for a Redcoat.
And Anthony Dresko gets the Redcoat first down. Number 8, Anthony Frailer is in the game also. Looked like to be at tight end. Hrubiak under center again, under 9 to go. Hand it off to Jador Dixon, and look at Dixon go. Or that's Gamalio Aizano. Aizano breaking tackles all the way down to the 1.
Number 4, Gabriel Aizano, run with it.
And excuse me, I thought that was Jador Dixon. And I was completely wrong. That was Gamalio Aizano. And
That'll make
please forgive me.
first and goal for the Redcoats.
For any of my new joiners, there is a running clock implemented because of the 36-point deficit. Now, some on Gamalio Aizano is he's probably the fastest kid in the school, pound for pound, to be honest. Fun fact, I did beat him in a race, so that's good for me. But he is the fastest kid in the school, and probably showed right there. You saw the speed right there. Hrubiak going back to the huddle. And it looked to be a quarterback sneak. Did Hrubiak
Quarterback keeper.
get there?
Stopped at the 1-yard line. Correction, 2-yard line.
We marked down at, it looks to be the 3 or maybe even the 2-yard line, second down and goal to go. for the Redcoats. Under 7 to go here in this second home game. Aizano's still in, and looks to be Carter Lavoie in the backfield. Hrubiak awaiting the snap. And a delay of game. Hrubiak seemed that he couldn't get that snap off. And if I apologize if I kept on fading in and out, I'm making sure the mic is near my mouth. I apologize if you couldn't hear me at some points. But I'm looking to be back in action and being reset and refocused here. Number 13, Keanu Rivas is in, and it looks to be another quarterback keeper.
Quarterback keeper stopped immediately, and that'll be
And we're nearing that 5-minute mark.
third and goal.
3rd and goal coming up for the Redcoats. Hrubiak is in. Carter Lavoie in the backfield. And number 15, Ty Puzio on that left side. And he takes a knee. Looking to just try to run down clock.
And that'll be a turnover on down for the Redcoats.
That'll bring up 4th down.
Sorry. It'll be a 4th down now.
And now you are seeing some empty seats in that student section, rightfully so. They want to try and beat traffic. And I have to stay here. And maybe even an interview with players, so stay tuned for that. Meanwhile, Hrubiak awaits the snap. And that will be a turnover on downs for the Redcoats. And it is a running clock. And like I said, they are just trying to absolute waste time, which is a smart choice, but also you got to think that you probably would want to let these kids that get to play at the end of the game get to play football. Penn State's head coach even said it best, James Franklin. He says that these kids in the last minute should be able to play football. I 100% agree with that. I want to see some of these kids play, see how they get out there, see how good they are at football, because you are looking at the future of Redcoat football for next year and years to come. Meanwhile, Bristol Eastern's offense takes the field with under 3 to go. Guadarrama fires, and that is caught by Kingsley, and Kingsley breaking tackles and is brought down roughly by number 8, Anthony Frailer.
Pass complete to number 11, Jacob Kingsley. Brought down by number 8, Anthony Frailer. Not before
On that line.
First down.
And
Timeout is called.
Whistle blown and a timeout is called by Bristol Eastern. And there are a lot of empty seats in that student section. Looks to be all freshmen. And you can probably see a little bit of seniors, and some seniors are starting to leave, being in traffic. Well, I'm going to be interviewing a player possibly later on. Looks to be Phil Wilkinson, Aizano, James Masirio, and Anthony Frailer, all on that defensive line.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Guadarrama fires, and the pass is complete to Noah Albert, who gets brought down from behind by look to be a combination of Aizano and Phil Wilkinson.
in the booth. All the money's gone. Just kidding.
We are nearing about 1
Carlos
minute
Martin,
mark.
your wallet
And
is up
second down, and it
in
seems
the
to be
booth.
second down and 10.
Announcer's booth.
Guadarrama being pressured, redirecting traffic, fires down the field, and into no man's land over the head of the Redcoats secondary. Under a minute to go. Nearing triple zeros on the scoreboard. Game might be over after either this play or the next play, after a beautiful performance by the Redcoats. Coming in, showing Bristol Eastern that this is their house, and they're willing to do anything to protect it. Under 30 to go. This might be the last play of the game. Beautiful job today by the Redcoat defense, but the offense as well. Numerous playmakers and athletes getting in space today. Guadarrama is brought down. That will end the game. Frailer brings down Guadarrama, and the Redcoats have officially advanced to 3-0 this year. After a dominant performance again at home, 42-6, as the Redcoats advance to 3-0. Eastern, unfortunately, falls to 0-3, but the Redcoats with a 3-0 start. I'm your commentator, Cole Pike, and I will be with you at the next home game. Stick around for a possible interview of one of the players, and I will see all of you later. Welcome down to the field. I'm here with two of the best players of this game, Cody Puzio and Carmine Rio. Guys, you guys had an amazing offensive performance. The offense seems to be in a flow. Where did this come from? What's going on behind the scenes? How are you guys practicing, and does that relate to the game at all?
Yeah, I think we practice and play the same way every game. We see the same opponent as the same opponent. We don't look at nobody else different. And we just come ready to work every day. Like, everyone wants it. Everybody wants it. Everyone wants to work, and we just all come together as a group. And it's nice that everybody wants it. And there's nobody. We go hard in the weight room. We go 100% on the field, and it corresponds to a win like this.
Perfect. All right. And Cody, you had a great passing touchdown to Carmine Rio over here. You were great in the rushing game. You were good at facilitating. How is this year? Do you have a little bit more expectations coming from last year being a first-year varsity starter? Do you have a little bit more expectations coming into this year? Talk me through a little bit.
Yeah, of course you do. I mean, when you played last year, you expect more the next year, right? And we always talk about preparation. We prepare the same way. Like Carmine said, same opponent. Doesn't matter who we're playing. We work hard, go through the game plan and whatnot, and we just do the best we can in our abilities.
Perfect. Thank you guys so much.